my scrappy friends, welcome to my channel today. I am doing a layout that is one of the challenges that Kathy McElfresh does in her group, Scrappy Kathy and Friends. So she has a Facebook group. I'll have the links below. And at the end of the month, so I think it's like the last Thursday of the month, she has a mixed media challenge, and it's to scrap lift, and she picks a layout that she wants everyone to scrap lift with her. So the picture and layout that you've seen is hers. So this month we're doing her, and we are just going to scrap lift it. So I am using, she has paint, and her paint, it doesn't go all the way to the edge, right? I wanted to create like a faux type of border with that purple. So I will be doing another video also, and I'm going to put it on the Crafty Maven Getaway, and I'm going to discuss even more in depth of what I did for the media. So if you want to hear more of it, since I'm talking over half of this, go over there and watch it, and I'll make sure I link to this video and I link to her group in that too. But anyway, so I wanted to use the media and create a border. So that's why I have the lighter purple that I used with the sponge. And then on the inside, I did that darker purple with, so that was heavy body acrylic paint. And I think I added just a little bit of liquid medium for the acrylic paint. And so now I am creating that square that she had in the middle that was a little bit further out. But so I did that also, and I just used some ground absorbent, and that is like gesso. It's specifically for watercolors. So I toned down that green, and that is the watercolor that I have from the Crafty Maven Getaway store. So it's a really nice, pretty, like a light green, but very bright. It's very springy. And now I'm doing more mixed media. I mean, this is a mixed media challenge, guys. So like, if you didn't know I was going to do a lot of mixed media, I was going to do a lot of mixed media. And I had a lot of fun. So I took just some acrylic paint and I mixed it in with some texture paste. And I think that's the Crafters Workshop one, but it might not be. It could also be the Ranger one. Anyway, it's texture paste with paint in it. So it lightens it up just a little bit. And this color is just a color that I had. But if you got the Crafty Maven Getaway April kit that has like a really bright one. Also, I know Dina Wakely just put out a new color. I want to say it's papaya, I think is the color. It's very similar to this. So anyway, I'm taking more of the watercolor and just darkening it up a little bit. So I added more, and then I just did a few splatters. So that is what I did for my media. And I didn't do all the different colors like how she did, but I did use that. And she also has some strips of paper that go across. And so that's why I did the media there, to help, because that's going to be another grounding place. That's going to be like a shelf for all the other stuff. And I think hers was a little bit lower, but mine's going to be more in the middle, which is fine. And this is the thing that I love about scrap lifting other people, is that you can take and use their layout as a jumping off point. And that's really what I did. It's like I just did a few things, like I took some elements of it, and then I am just making it my own. So this really, honestly, to me, like barely looks like hers. I'm sure there's going to be some scrappers that probably have theirs a lot closer. And I love seeing that too. I love seeing like the different variations. So anyway, so now I'm working on some layering. I'm only using this photo, and it's not super big. That's like not even technical there, guys. It's not big. It's like a 3x4 size, maybe a little bit bigger than that. So it's not very big. So I'm going to be able to utilize that open space with all the media on it, but I really just wanted to do layers. So I'm also using the April for the Love of Homemade Kits kit that I made. This is just a stash kit series that I do. And so this is the April kit, and it's super fun and colorful, and the colors all work together. And that's the nice thing about when you make a kit, a stash kit, and then you also use products that are the same colors, right? Or same type of colors. And then you can like really mix and match everything, and it looks so cohesive. It looks like they're supposed to be together because I worked to get them there. So anyway, I wanted to use this doily, and I cut it in half. I feel like I played around with this for a while. It just didn't feel right. I don't know. Do you guys ever get like that? Like sometimes you're just like, wait, this just doesn't feel right. And you just got to move it and move it. And in the end, you probably move it back to where you had it before. But today I just had to, move it all around because I had to make it just right. And I did pop this up. I need to get some actual like foam paper because I've been using the dimensional tape like crazy. It's been my thing, and I don't mind. So I'm going to clean up just a little, try to figure out what else I want to use for that piece that goes straight across. And she has one too. Like I said, hers is a little bit more lower on her layout. Also, she has 2 areas of clusters, and I have stuff there. And like I was worried I was going to add a lot because I tend to do that. I tend to go a little crazy. But I like that look. And so I was trying to keep that in mind because I remembered that she does not have a lot. And I did cut that banner. I cut that so that it really shows the scallops. I love the way that turned out. It looks so cool next to the other scallops that I didn't cut from that one paper. I think that's crepe paper. It's an older one. But anyway, so I'm just looking to see, do I have anything else? What else do I want to add? What do I have for embellishments? Once again, keeping in mind, I also know that I didn't put my title exactly where she has hers. Mine's a little bit, it's not in the center because I think hers was. But anyway, so I'm just looking through my embellishments that I put in with this stash kit. I've been really loving using it, and I've been mixing it with marches too, and it's been super fun. So, and that is a picture, if anybody's wondering. It is a picture of watercolor binder. So I thought this would be super fun for this challenge, being mixed media, to use something mixed media. So this is a homemade watercolor binder, and this helps so when you're mixing the paint, because I've been making watercolors for the Crafty Maven Getaway, and it's super fun. I need to figure out what colors I'm gonna make for May. I didn't make as many for April as I would have liked, but I did do that green one, and then the month before I did 2 purples, so, which is what you see, the one purple. So I'm kind of looking through, seeing what colors match good. What do I think will look cool? I didn't want, like I said, I was really trying to think about not adding too much. I keep farting around with where I wanted that. Yeah. Sometimes there's just days like that where you got to move your embellishments around. I really didn't take very long to make this layout. It was not a, a long process. I mean, even with all the media in there, I think it took a little bit more than an hour to do. So, I mean, just having to wait for all that stuff to dry. And if it is not drying, you can always use a heat gun. A lot of times I like to add mine, just put it off to the side and let it air dry. And then when it starts drying, I'll add other stuff to it so that it lays flatter. But I didn't do that. So I'm just looking through these embellishments and seeing what is here that's a floral that'll look cool. And then I found that mason jar floral thing, and I was like, that's perfect. Since I used the mason jar to bake the watercolor binder. So I should put the recipe that I made, because my daughter helped me look for a recipe online. It is so cool, the things that you can find online now that, you know, like, you used to just be stuck having to buy watercolors, and now you can look it up and make them yourself, and you can go on Amazon and buy everything. It is crazy, this world we live in. But anyway, so it's been super fun doing that with my daughter, because she is very artsy. I keep trying to make these work. I wanted to add just a little bit more and like some pops of black or something, since I have those arrows, which I really like how those arrows turned out. And I was looking through these, and I just couldn't find one that I thought would work really well. So we're just going to leave this. I think I thought about putting sequins on here. Did I change? I wonder if I forgot that I was going to do that. Sequins would have made it look really pretty. Oh, well, I missed that great opportunity. It's okay. I could always add them later, right? There's nothing wrong that, like, if you look at your layout later and you think that there's something on it that you would like to change it. Add something else. I hate when stuff falls off. I have a few layouts that stuff has starting to fall off. And then I have some that, like, the stuff is on there. I'm not sure what glue I use differently, but so I'm just looking, seeing if there's anything else that I can put on here. I think I pretty much leave it this, and then I just add some paint. And I did add some of the Dina Wakley paint, acrylic paint that is in the April Mixed Media kit, and I'll have a link for that too if you guys want to check that out, in the stuff that's in there. But there's Dina Wakley acrylic paint, and there's a jar of it, or it's like a squeeze bottle, and so I use that also to near where I flicked the green paint. And that's a lot thicker because it's homemade watercolor, and I didn't add as much water. So I really like it because it is really dimensional and it looks really cool with the Dina Wakley paint. So this says being creative. And then I had to go back and glue all these because they did not want to stick on. I think the glue is just starting to die, which happens when you have stuff for years and years and years. So this is why we have to use the stuff that we have when we have it, guys. This is your reminder. Even your mixed media, because I've had to throw out quite a bit of paste and stuff this year that I just had hardly any in my container. And then when I took a break for a couple of years and didn't do as much, they were dry and I had to toss out a whole bunch of stuff. So this is your reminder, guys. Even your mixed media, you have to keep an eye on it and you have to keep using it so it doesn't go bad. Here is a last look at all of my pictures. Have a great scrappy week and have a great scrappy weekend. I'll see you guys later on the next video. Bye.